morning, India, and welcome to Breakfast Show. I'm Shreya Upadhyay. Well, in the next 1 hour, we'll be talking to you about the latest situation in West Bengal, where the Election Commission has curbed the campaigning till 10 p.m. tonight. Remember, we have seen repeated incidents of violence through various phases of the Lok Sabha elections this time, and that is why the Election Commission has cut short the Bengal campaign till 10 p.m. tonight. More on that, and of course, news and updates from across the world, business, sports, and of course more about the Indian Pavilion at the Cannes Film Festival, which got underway yesterday. This and much more in the next 1 hour, but first our top stories. Election Commission cuts short Bengal campaign for the 9 Lok Sabha constituencies of the state by a day due to reports of violent incidents. Campaigning for the last phase to end in the state by 10 p.m. tonight. Principal Home Secretary, West Bengal, and ADG CID Rajiv Kumar removed from their posts. BJP TMC face-off over violence in West Bengal. Prime Minister Modi says violence in Kolkata is a proof of Mamata government's frustration. BJP President Amit Shah holds TMC responsible for the violence. Mamata terms Election Commission's decision as unconstitutional and unethical. CPIM also questions EC's decision to cut short the campaign. Electioneering in full swing for the 7th and last phase of Lok Sabha polls. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to address 5 rallies in Uttar Pradesh and West Bengal. BJP National President Amit Shah to hold public meetings in Uttar Pradesh. Opposition parties' campaign also in top gear. Congress President Rahul Gandhi to hold roadshow in Patna Sahib constituency in Bihar. He will also address a public rally in Uttar Pradesh. Samajwadi Party President Akhilesh Yadav and BSP Chief Mayawati to hold a joint rally in Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh. Odisha government says cyclone Fani caused damages worth nearly 12,000 crore rupees. Demands relaxation of disaster relief assistance norms. Central team visiting cyclone-affected areas of Odisha praises the relief and rescue operations. In international news, US President Donald Trump denies New York Times report that US officials were discussing a military plan. Iran Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei too says that there is not going to be any war. In sports, Croatian World Cup player Igor Stimac appointed the head coach of the Indian football team for a 2-year term. Stimac comes with an experience of over 18 years in coaching. An India Pavilion inaugurated at Cannes Film Festival. Special poster and regulations of the Golden Jubilee edition of IFFI unveiled. The pavilion will showcase Indian cinema across linguistic, cultural, regional diversity, with various celebrities marking their presence at the festival. And now for our top story. The Election Commission has cut short their campaigning period in 9 Lok Sabha constituencies of West Bengal in view of the violence in Kolkata. Now, the Commission has directed that after 10 p.m. today, there will be no public meetings or rallies, display of election matter, and other election campaign-related activities. The campaigning for the seats was scheduled to end at 5 p.m. on Friday. Invoking Article 324 for the first time, the poll panel put a ban on all election-related gatherings on 9 seats, which will see polling on May 19th.
Commission hereby directs that no person shall convene, hold, attend, join or address any public meeting or procession in connection with an election, or display to the public any election matter by means of cinematograph, television or other similar apparatus, or propagate any election matter to the public by holding or by arranging the holding of any musical concert or any theatrical performance or any other entertainment or amusement with a view to attracting the members of the public thereto in connection with these elections.
The Election Commission has also ordered the removal of Principal Secretary in Home Atri Bhattacharya from his post. It also directed IPS officer Rajiv Kumar, who was the ADG in CID, to report to the Ministry of Home Affairs.
The Commission, after having considered the inputs received, has decided to issue the following directions. Shri Rajiv Kumar, IPS, ADG CID, stands relieved and attached to the Ministry of Home Affairs, New Delhi. Shri Atri Bhattacharya, IAS, Principal Secretary, Home and Hill Affairs, Government of West Bengal, stands relieved from his current charge immediately for having interfered in the process of conducting the elections by directing the Chief Electoral Officer, West Bengal, via his DO letter number 629/HS/PA/19 dated 13th May 2019. The Chief Secretary, West Bengal, shall look after the charge of Home Secretary, West Bengal also.
Meanwhile, Trinamool Congress Chief and West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee on Wednesday hit out at the Election Commission for curtailing the campaigning for the last phase of polls in the state. She said it is an unprecedented, unconstitutional and unethical decision taken by the EC. CPIM General Secretary Sitaram Yechury too questioned the Election Commission's decision to end campaigning in West Bengal from 10 p.m. on Thursday. Yechury alleged that his party had made several complaints and written many letters about violations and the breakdown of law and order with impunity in Bengal, but it had received no response from the poll. And for more on this, I'm joined by my colleague Rishi Kumar on the phone line on the Election Commission's decision. Good morning, Rishi. Stern wordings there by the Election Commission. You know, this was something that has been done for the first time, but due to the repeated incidents of violence that we have in this seen in the state this time around, this was something that needed to be done in the state, right?
बिल्कुल जिस तरीके से चुनाव आयोग ने सख्त फैसला लेते हुए आर्टिकल 324 का उपयोग करते हुए पश्चिम बंगाल में जो पोल कैंपेन का जो प्रोसेस है उसको कट शॉर्ट किया है और वहां पर जिस तरीके से जो अधिकारियों को हटाया है, टॉप ऑफिशियल्स को, वो वहां के स्थिति को साफ संकेत देता है। हम देख रहे थे कि लगातार पश्चिम बंगाल से हिंसात्मक घटनाएं हम 5वें और 6वें चरण से ही इसको ज्यादा देखा गया। उसके बाद अब जब रैलियां और रोड शो जैसी स्थितियों में भी अगर इसका प्रभाव देखने को मिला और कंप्लेंट्स तमाम आई, इसमें दो तरफा कंप्लेंट्स हुई, दोनों पक्षों की तरफ, टीएमसी की तरफ से भी और बीजेपी की तरफ से भी, और सीपीएम लगातार इस पश्चिम बंगाल में कंप्लेंट कर रही थी। वैसी स्थिति में चुनाव आयोग के पास इसको उपयोग में लाने का कि वहां पर क्यों ना सख्त कार्रवाई की जाए और कोई विकल्प नजर नहीं आ रहा था। वैसी स्थिति में चुनाव आयोग ने अब स्पष्ट कर दिया है कि वहां पर किसी भी तरीके के जो पोल कैंपेन है, चाहे वो किसी भी तरह की मोटिवेशन से लेकर, चाहे वो वहां पर उन्होंने कहा कि या तो जो डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन के अलावा अगर कोई ऐसे प्रयोग करता है जिसमें एंटरटेनमेंट भी शामिल है लेकिन वो कहीं ना कहीं मोटिवेट करता है वोटिंग पैटर्न को, तो उस पर भी रोक लगा दी गई है। ये साफ संकेत देता है चुनाव आयोग की तरफ से कि अब वहां पर जो 7वें चरण का चुनाव है उसको हर हालत में शांतिपूर्ण तरीके से चुनाव आयोग कराना चाहता है। और इस मसले में उसने लगातार हम देख रहे थे कल सुबह जो मीटिंग हुई थी और उसके बाद वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग के जरिए पश्चिम बंगाल से ऑब्जर्वर से रिपोर्ट की थी, उसी के आधार पर यह फैसला किया गया।
Right, Rishi, you know, political observers have also said that violence in elections, during elections, have been a constant feature in West Bengal's elections, starting from the 1950s and 60s, the mass struggle during that time. And however number of times Mamata Banerjee says that this move by Election Commission is unethical and unprecedented, you know, this is something that needs to be curtailed, especially by the Election Commission during the elections, because this really threatens the whole purpose of holding a democratic election across the country.
देखिए, चुनाव आयोग के पास चुनाव कराते समय ये तमाम अधिकार हैं। साथ ही साथ चुनाव आयोग अगर कोई फैसला करता है तो जो साक्ष्य हैं, तथ्य हैं, उन्हीं के आधार पर करता है और जो उनके पास जो संविधान में प्रदत्त अधिकार हैं उनके आधार पर करता है। इस फैसले में भी चुनाव आयोग ने स्पष्ट किया है कि न सिर्फ आर्टिकल 324 के तहत उनके पास ये अधिकार है, बल्कि केशवानंद भारती और MS गिल केस जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट में वहां पर जो फैसला आया, उसमें भी सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने जो पीपल्स रिप्रेजेंटेशन एक्ट 1951 के सेक्शन 126 के तहत चुनाव आयोग के उन अधिकारों का एक्सप्लेन किया है कि चुनाव आयोग के पास फ्री एंड फेयर इलेक्शन कराने का जो उनके पास अधिकार है, उसमें क्या क्या वो अपना सकता है, और खास तौर से लॉ एंड ऑर्डर की सिचुएशन में चुनाव आयोग के पास ये तमाम अधिकार बन जाते हैं कि वो उसको कैसे उनका पालन कराए। और जो लेवल प्लेइंग फील्ड है, वो चुनाव आयोग का पहला दायित्व है कि सभी को बराबरी का अधिकार मिले चुनाव प्रोसेस के दौरान। तो इन सब चीजों पर जो आरोप प्रत्यारोप का जो दौर है, उसको भी चुनाव आयोग समय समय पर खारिज करता रहा है, क्योंकि जो कार्रवाई है वो एक तरफा नहीं है, सभी पक्षों की तरफ से की गई, सभी पक्षों पर की गई है। और हमने इन चुनावों पर देखा भी है, कोई भी पार्टी का हो, चाहे वो बीजेपी की तरफ से हो या BSP की तरफ से हो, समाजवादी पार्टी की तरफ से हो, कांग्रेस की तरफ से हो, इन सभी जो राजनीतिक दलों के नेता हैं, उनके द्वारा जो वायलेशंस हुए हैं उन पर कार्रवाई की गई है। तो ये जो सियासत है वो अपनी जगह पर है, लेकिन जो पोल प्रोसेस है उसको कंप्लीट कराना चुनाव आयोग की प्राथमिकता है, और उसको वो उसी तरीके से अब तक सक्सेसफुल तरीके से कराता रहा है।
All right, Rishi, thanks very much for joining us with those inputs this morning. Now, the controversy around the despicable violence in Bengal continued to rage on. BJP accuses TMC of attacking Amit Shah's rally in Kolkata on Wednesday, while Prime Minister Modi accused Mamata Banerjee of murdering democracy in the state. Now, TMC has also returned the barb, holding the BJP workers responsible for the violence. Amidst this, the storm of allegations and counter-allegations, the statue of Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, who's the icon of Bengal's rich heritage of culture and education, lies vandalized in Kolkata.
The violence during Amit Shah's roadshow on Tuesday and the vandalizing of Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar's statue in Kolkata continued to dominate the political discourse on Wednesday. Prime Minister Narendra Modi led BJP's charge in the state, addressing two rallies. The first in Boshirhat, where he got a warm welcome with people lining the streets. And the second at Diamond Harbour near Kolkata, where he hit out at the Mamata government for murdering democracy by allowing Gunda Raj to reign.
पूरे देश ने देखा है कि TMC ने किस तरह गणतंत्र को गुंडा तंत्र बनाकर रखा है। यहां पर भारतीय जनता पार्टी को अपनी बात रखने से रोका जा रहा है। उम्मीदवारों को चुनाव लड़ने से, प्रचार करने से रोका जा रहा है। दीदी का ये गुंडा तंत्र, उसकी एक्सपायरी डेट तय हो चुकी है।
BJP President Amit Shah hit out at Mamata and her party in Delhi. He blamed Trinamool cadres for vandalizing the educationist reformer's idol and threatening his life and limb by letting loose TMC goons during his rally in Kolkata. Amit Shah said he would not have escaped unhurt without CRPF protection.
3 हमले हुए हैं और तीसरे हमले में आगजनी, पथराव और बोतल के अंदर केरोसिन डालकर सुलगाकर डालने का घटना भी हुआ। पुलिस ने ना किसी को अरेस्ट किया।
Both BJP and TMC traded charges over vandalizing of Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar's statue, presenting photographic and video proof.
ये कमरे के अंदर जो प्रतिमा थी, तो कमरे की चाबी किसने दी? भाजपा के कार्यकर्ताओं के पास कैसे चाबी आ सकती है? सारे सबूत इंगित करते हैं कि ईश्वर चंद्र विद्यासागर जी की प्रतिमा को टीएमसी के गुंडों ने तोड़ा है।
You not only made us angry, you have not only made us disappointed, you've also made us sad. This video footage is available. They are jumping all over the grill and they're going.
Protests were seen in Delhi, Mumbai and Kolkata, while the BJP leaders expressed their anguish at Jantar Mantar in Delhi and at Nariman Point in Mumbai. The TMC students' wing took to the streets in Kolkata, as did the left parties.
The forthcoming defeat has made Chief Minister of Bengal, Mamata Banerjee, completely rattled that she has been provoking her cadres to indulge in violence.
Along with the BJP, Congress and CPM also held press conferences condemning both incidents.
This is symptomatic of a larger issue. It is not only a Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar issue, although that is terrible and condemnable. Hypocrisy is being actively encouraged and abetted.
This is a canard and a campaign deliberately being done in tandem by the Trinamool Congress and the BJP. Bengal police is acting in a completely one-sided manner, supporting the ruling party.
Both BJP and TMC also approached the Election Commission seeking its intervention to minimize violence and ensure free and fair polling in West Bengal in the last phase of elections. The Election Commission expressed anguish at vandalizing of Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar's statue.
Election Commission of India is deeply anguished at the vandalism done to the statue of respected late Sri Ishwar Chandra Bandyopadhyay, who was conferred the title of Vidyasagar by Sanskrit College, Kolkata. It is hoped that the vandals are traced by the state administration.
The Mamata government also faced embarrassment in the Supreme Court when it termed BJYM leader Priyanka Sharma's arrest arbitrary and pulled up the West Bengal government for the delay in releasing her. BJP's youth wing leader was arrested for allegedly posting morphed image of Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee on social media. After her release, Priyanka refused to apologize, saying she had done nothing wrong. Clearly, the political storm in West Bengal is refusing to settle till the last vote is polled on Sunday. With Nishant Saurabh, Chandrasekhar and Rishi in Delhi and Nadeem and Aisha in West Bengal, DD India.
And my colleague Aisha Khanum joins us from Diamond Harbour in Kolkata to help us understand the situation better. Good morning, Aisha. You know, unfortunately, the culture of political violence in West Bengal is not new either to political parties or to the voters of the state. But this time around, the Election Commission has, dealt with the whole situation very strongly. You've been tracking the elections in West Bengal. What is the ground situation today there?
Well, the Election Commission has taken a big step in calling the campaigns to end today, and that itself seems to have sent a kind of relief among the people at the ground level, although the political parties are not happy about it because they feel that ending the campaign one day before the actual date will definitely affect their prospectus. But on the other hand, there will be a very aggressive campaign by Prime Minister Narendra Modi today in West Bengal. He will be campaigning at Dum Dum and also Mathurapur. And on the other hand, Mamata Banerjee is also all set to campaign here at Diamond Harbour. Diamond Harbour is a very important constituency. All eyes are on Diamond Harbour at West Bengal because it is Mamata Banerjee's nephew who is in the fray. So she is giving a final push to the campaign, and for Mamata Banerjee this is a prestige seat because she is relying on her nephew to take forward the reins of West Bengal if she happens to move to Delhi, because she has positioned herself as a leader of Mahagathbandhan. But right now the way the BJP is challenging Trinamool Congress here in West Bengal, it seems very difficult for her to uphold all the bastions, because all the 9 seats which are going to pose in this phase are the urban seats, the semi-urban seats, and especially Kolkata, Dum Dum, and all these seats are very crucial. So for Mamata Banerjee, the challenge thrown by the BJP is proving to be very difficult, and that is why we are seeing violence in the past 6 phases of elections that West Bengal witnessed. And also the important fact is the violence was witnessed in those regions where Trinamool is under pressure. Trinamool is seeing anti-incumbency wave against them. So these are the regions which the political parties are under heavy pressure. And today's campaigning will be very aggressive, and it will be curtains down as per the Election Commission's direction by 10 p.m. And then from tomorrow, the Election Commission will again step in to review the security situation and also the deployment, because more than 700 Central Armed Forces are likely to be deployed in this phase also as in the previous phases. So the Election Commission is making all efforts to see that the elections are conducted peacefully, fair and free, and also sending messages across, and also making confidence building measures, asking people not to worry about violence, and people should come out and vote. So Election Commission will be in action after this campaign ends tonight, and then the security deployment will take over.
Absolutely. Aisha, also, in terms of issues, you've been tracking the elections there and have been able to, have been talking to voters there. In terms of issues, what are the concerns of the people there in this last phase of elections that they want, these issues to be rectified after the new government comes in?
The people in West Bengal are tired of the violence that they are witnessing around. They are tired of the extortionists that they are faced with, and that is what the BJP had made this an election issue. The BJP has been attacking the Mamata government aggressively, and the BJP has been stating that Mamata government is polarizing people in the state, and is also they are not working for the development of the state. And it is very visible also when we visit constituencies, especially a constituency like Diamond Harbour, which is just about 55 kilometers away from Kolkata. But to reach this place, it takes around 2.5 hours because there are no good roads. There is one single road. And this region is very important because it has a port. It has a very important port connecting to Haldia. And the containers come and unload here. And here, from here, it goes to the city. But the last mile connectivity is missing. There is no infrastructure. This region is considered as the special economic zone, but we don't see the infrastructure around this region. So in case, if at all there was development, Diamond Harbour would have been one of the best ports and also would have been one of the best tourist attractions. No efforts have been made to improve the tourist potential in this region. So this is the case with most of the constituencies that are going to pose other than Kolkata city. Even in Kolkata there are concerns about people who are economically poor, who feel that schemes are not reaching them. Government hospitals do not have facilities to treat them. And also the BJP made this also an issue, stating that Mamata government tried to block the centre's schemes. So people are looking forward to a change. People are looking forward to a strong leadership, and they want development. So it will be very interesting to see when they go to vote on 19th how they will decide, because on one hand there is development, on one hand there is violence. So it is the people who will take a call on 19th, and on 23rd May we will know where West Bengal is headed to.
Absolutely, the most integral part of an election, the voters, the people there of the state deciding who's going to be in power and who's going to lead the state. Thanks very much, Aisha, for joining us this morning and helping us understand the ground situation better. Moving on, BJP leaders continue to campaign hard for the final phase of polling. Leading from the front, PM Modi addressed rallies in West Bengal, Bihar and Jharkhand. In Paliganj, he launched a scathing attack on RJD Congress alliance over corruption, questioning how did the leaders of these parties manage to make massive personal wealth.
इन महामिलावटी लोगों ने अपने और अपने परिवार के स्वार्थ को राष्ट्र रक्षा से भी ऊपर रखा। लेकिन कांग्रेस का नामदार परिवार हो या फिर यहां बिहार का भ्रष्ट परिवार, इनकी संपत्ति आज सैकड़ों हजारों करोड़ों रुपये में है। आखिर ये पैसे आए कहां से? ये पैसे कहां से आए? अगर गरीब की जरा सी भी परवाह होती, अगर देश की जरा सी भी परवाह होती, तो भ्रष्टाचार करने से पहले इनके हाथ कांपते। गरीब इनकी जबान पर सिर्फ एक रटा रटाया शब्द मात्र है।
Prime Minister Modi addressed the second rally of the day in Deoghar in Jharkhand. In a veiled dig at Congress leaders Manishankar Iyer and Sam Petroda, the Prime Minister said they were tasked by the party to take responsibility for its poor poll show. Now, hitting out at the opposition, he said that these Maha Milavati parties can go to any extent in cheating people.
वोट के लिए ये महामिलावटी किसी को भी ठग सकते हैं। आप आश्वस्त रहिए, जब तक मोदी है, जब तक भारतीय जनता पार्टी है, तब तक आपकी जमीन, आपके हक को कोई हाथ भी नहीं लगा पाएगा।
In another development, Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath's rally was cancelled in Kolkata after alleged vandalism by the Trinamool Congress. However, he addressed a rally in Barasat where he slammed the West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee over violence during BJP Chief Amit Shah's roadshow in Kolkata. In Punjab, actor Sunny Deol held a roadshow in Gurdaspur and appealed for votes for his party. Even as the day of reckoning in the biggest festival of democracy draws near, parties continue to trade barbs with their rivals. Congress Chief Rahul Gandhi was in Punjab. He addressed public meetings in Faridkot and Ludhiana. Now, he reiterated his promise of helping the poor under his Nyay scheme.
जैसे इनके बैंक अकाउंट में पैसा जाएगा, गरीब लोग माल खरीदना शुरू करेंगे। कोई जूता, कोई कपड़ा, कोई शर्ट, कोई पैंट, कोई मोबाइल फोन। जैसे ही हिंदुस्तान के 25 करोड़ लोग माल खरीदना शुरू करेंगे, वैसे ही दुकानों में माल बिकना शुरू हो जाएगा। डिमांड पैदा होगा। जैसे ही माल बिकना शुरू होगा, फैक्ट्रियां चालू हो जाएंगी। सारी की सारी फैक्ट्री एक बार फिर चालू हो जाएगी। फैक्ट्री के मालिक एक एक करके युवाओं को बुलाएंगे, वापस आओ, चलो वापस आओ, चलो वापस आओ।
Congress General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra held a roadshow in Varanasi for the party candidate Ajay Rai. In Purvanchal, the BSP SP held a joint rally. In Mao, the BSP chief Mayawati slammed the Modi government in her address. She promised that if elected to power, her government will work to provide job opportunities to the poor in government and non-government sectors.
यदि केंद्र में हमें सरकार बनाने का मौका मिलता है, तो तब फिर हमारी सरकार यहाँ देश में अति गरीब परिवारों को हर महीने 6,000 रुपए देने की बजाय, बल्कि इसके स्थान पर उन्हें सरकारी व गैर सरकारी क्षेत्रों में स्थायी रोजगार देने की ही पूरी व्यवस्था करें।
The Samajwadi Party chief Akhilesh Yadav too accused the BJP of evading the main issues. He also retaliated to the Prime Minister's Maha Milawat jibe and expressed confidence of victory. Campaigning is in full swing for the 7th and last phase of Lok Sabha elections. 59 seats spread across 7 states and 1 union territory will go to polls in this phase on May 19th. Now, voting in this phase will take place for 13 seats each in Uttar Pradesh and Punjab, 9 seats in West Bengal, 8 seats each in Bihar and Madhya Pradesh, all of the seats in Himachal Pradesh, 3 in Jharkhand and the lone seat of Chandigarh. Star campaigners of various political parties are holding multiple rallies in different parts of the country to woo the voters. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is also scheduled to address 3 election rallies at Mao, Chandauli and Mirzapur in Uttar Pradesh. He will address 2 public rallies at Mathurapur and Damdam in West Bengal. While BJP National President Amit Shah will hold a mega show in Gorakhpur for the last phase of the Lok Sabha elections, that's going to be a road show, and Amit Shah is also scheduled to address an election rally in Maharajganj in Uttar Pradesh for the last phase of the Lok Sabha polls. Meanwhile, Congress President Rahul Gandhi is scheduled to hold a roadshow in Patna Sahib constituency in favour of the party candidate Shatrughan Sinha. He will also address public rally in Kushinagar in Uttar Pradesh in favour of the party candidate RPN Singh. Samajwadi Party President Akhilesh Yadav and BSP Chief Mayawati are also scheduled to hold a joint rally in Varanasi to campaign for the last phase of the Lok Sabha elections. And my colleague Harikesh Bahadur joins us from Varanasi on the election campaign. He's been tracking the election campaign there in Varanasi. Good morning, Harikesh. Important seat because the Prime Minister is going to be contesting from that seat. But more importantly, how is the political battle panning out in Varanasi, especially now that the SP-BSP are planning to hold a joint rally today in Varanasi?
श्रेया, मैं आपको बताऊं कि इस समय जो एकदम चुनाव जो है एकदम चरम पर है और कल प्रियंका गांधी ने यहाँ पे उसी रास्ते से रोड शो किया था जिस रास्ते से नामांकन के पहले प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने अपना रोड शो किया था। उनके रोड शो में भी काफ़ी भीड़ दिखाई दी। लंका से चल के गोदौलिया तक पहुँचने में लगभग 2 घंटे का समय लिया इस रोड शो ने। और आपको मैं बताऊं कि कल सुषमा स्वराज जी यहाँ पे थी, जो कि भाजपा की महिला मोर्चा की एक स्कूटी रैली को उन्होंने हरी झंडी दिखाकर चलाया, जो कि हम लोगों ने उसको भी देखा। वो उस सड़क के जस्ट बगल वाली सड़क से ये रैली निकली जो है। इसके अलावा आज जैसा आप बता रही थी कि प्रधानमंत्री का भी कार्यक्रम है मऊ में और चंदौली में। चंदौली वह जिला जो एकदम वाराणसी से सटा हुआ है और प्रधानमंत्री जो यहाँ से चुनाव लड़ रहे हैं, इसका अपने आप में ही एक इम्पैक्ट पूरे पूर्वांचल पर पड़ेगा। इसलिए और प्रधानमंत्री के चुनाव लड़ने से यहाँ पे जो वाराणसी में जो लोगों में उत्साह है, लोग चाहते हैं कि अपने प्रधानमंत्री को जो मत देना चाहते हैं। चूंकि हर मतदाता यहाँ पे मुखर होकर बोल रहा है, इसलिए हम लोग को भी पता चल पा रहा है। जैसा कि आपने बताया कि अखिलेश यादव और बसपा प्रमुख मायावती की एक रैली होने वाली है यहाँ सिर गोवर्धन में, और उत्तर प्रदेश के मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ भी शहर में है इस समय। तो प्रचार कितने चरम पर है, अब चूंकि एक दिन ही बचा है इस तरह के प्रचार के लिए, तो जो भी पार्टियां हैं वो अपनी पूरी ताकत बनारस में लगा रखी हैं। भाजपा इस स्तर पे प्रचार प्रसार कर रही है, मतदाताओं से अनुरोध कर रही है, रिक्वेस्ट कर रही है कि ज्यादा से ज्यादा मतदान करने जाएं, जिससे कि जो प्रधानमंत्री के जीत का अंतर है वो ज्यादा से ज्यादा बढ़ाया जा सके। जबकि कांग्रेस और महागठबंधन के जो प्रत्याशी हैं, उनके जो समर्थक हैं, वो इस कोशिश में लगे हैं कि उस चुनाव को खड़ा कर सकें। अब मैं अभी इस समय श्रेया मैं आपको बताऊं कि जो वाराणसी संसदीय क्षेत्र है उसका एक रामनगर हिस्सा है जो गंगा जी के इस पार है, और रामनगर का किला जो काशी नरेश का किला कहा जाता है, मैं उसके पास हूं। और यहाँ पे एक मेरी बात हो गई, एक बातचीत में पता चला एक हरिओम साहनी जी हैं, जो कि इन लोगों का प्रमुख पेशा जो है वो नाव चलाना और मछली पकड़ना है। तो ये इन्होंने कहा कि नहीं, मत तो देना ही है। मैं इनसे जानना चाहूंगा कि ये मत क्यों देना चाहते हैं। तो 19 तारीख को आप मत देने जाएंगे?
जी हाँ, जाना है मत। हम यही कहना चाहेंगे कि हर आदमी को मत देना जरूरी है, क्योंकि उसका हक है। ये भारत में हमारे बनाया गया है, क्योंकि ये वही उसका है कि वो अपने मन से ये कि यही कार्य है कि वो अपने दिल से ही कर सकता है, क्योंकि बगैर बताए, और वोट उसी को करे कि जो अच्छा हो।
तो आपका क्या आधार होगा वोट करने का?
वोट करने का बस यही आधार है कि जो अच्छा है बस उसको अच्छा फिर से बनाइए, और जो इतना किए हैं वो और कुछ भी कर सकते हैं, जो कभी कुछ नहीं किया वो क्या करेगा। हम बस यही कहना चाहते हैं।
तो आपको भी जो यहाँ पे जो सांसद हैं या जो लोग चुनाव लड़ रहे हैं, वो आप किस तरह का कार्य देखना चाहते हैं?
वो अच्छे हैं, जो भी किए वो अच्छे किए। अब तक जो भी किए थे वो अच्छे किए, और जो भी हो रहा है वो अच्छा ही हो रहा है, और आगे भी जो अच्छा होगा।
श्रेया, देखिए कितना ये जो बात ये कह रहे हैं, दिल से जो बात निकलती है, ये देखिए कह रहे हैं कि जो यही एक कार्य ऐसा है जो आप अपने दिल से करते हैं, मतदान, जो कि और यहाँ पे भी एक कैंपेन चल रहा है कि काशी का हो सम्मान, पहले करें हम मतदान। और ये देखिए, देख के लगता है कि ये बहुत ज्यादा पढ़े लिखे तो नहीं है, लेकिन अपनी बात जिस तरह से इन्होंने रखी है कि ये मतदान ही एक ऐसा काम है देश में जो आप अपने दिल से करते हैं।
Absolutely important words coming from Varanasi, Harikesh. A voter telling us the importance of voting, and very rightly he said that it is our right and it is our duty to go out and vote. So the last phase of Lok Sabha elections is on May 19th, and all of you who are scheduled to vote, please go out and vote. All right, moving on, the promises of help poured in from the central government as well as international agencies, including the United Nations, for speedy restoration work in cyclone-ravaged Odisha, as the state on Wednesday estimated a tentative loss of 12,000 crore rupees due to Cyclone Fani. Now, the interministerial team, which wrapped up its 3-day visit to the cyclone-hit areas, assured the state government that the centre would provide all support for the restoration work in all the 14 districts that have been affected by Cyclone Fani, including the worst-hit Puri. The state government in a preliminary report said while the loss to public properties was to the tune of 5,175 crore rupees, expenditure towards relief and response stands at over 6,767 crore rupees. Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik expressed anguish at the damage caused to Puri in particular, even as he expressed satisfaction at the pace at which restoration work was progressing. And news from Jammu and Kashmir now, where an unidentified terrorist was killed in an ongoing counter-militant operation in Dalipora village of South Kashmir's Pulwama district in pre-dawn gunfight. Now, 2 forces personnel were also injured in the initial phase of gunfight. Security sources said that pre-dawn encounter between hiding militants and joint team of security forces broke out following the launch of the counter-militant operation on the basis of specific inputs about the presence of militants in the area. They said the operation is in progress, while at least 2 more militants are believed to be trapped in the area under cordon. The injured forces personnel have been admitted to the hospital for treatment. And after the curtain raiser of the prestigious Cannes Film Festival, it is time for India to showcase its presence. India has set up a week-long pavilion to showcase the Indian cinema across linguistic, cultural and regional diversity. It was inaugurated by INB Secretary Amit Khare. Now, at the pavilion, the INB Secretary spoke about the outreach of the Indian cinema and how it is constantly growing in various aspects. CBFC Chairperson Prasar Joshi was also present at the occasion.
After curtains up at the Cannes Film Festival, it was the turn of India to showcase her presence at the prestigious event. Information and Broadcasting Secretary Amit Khare inaugurated the India Pavilion at the 72nd edition of the Cannes Film Festival. The India Pavilion showcases Indian cinema across linguistic, cultural and regional diversity. The pavilion aims to forge international partnerships in all aspects of film distribution and production. The opening day at the pavilion was dedicated to the promotion of the 50th edition of the International Film Festival of India, scheduled from November 20th to 28th this year. A poster of the upcoming festival was launched along with the latest edition of the India Film Guide, a handbook that spells out the facilities that are available in India as a film location. Speaking at the event, Information and Broadcasting Secretary Amit Khare said that regional cinema is gaining importance.
The trend now which is emerging is a renewed focus on the regional cinema. The second trend which is emerging is the important role of our state governments, what we call as provinces here. And the states are coming forward to give incentives for shooting in their states.
He also said that the use of technology has improved and is constantly increasing in Indian cinema.
Technical growth which is there, the improvements which have come in the films, whether it is regional or in Hindi, a very strong focus on the use of technology. And I must say India with its growing software industry has done quite well in the technical scene also.
The inauguration of the India Pavilion was attended among others by Central Board of Film Certification Chairman Prasar Joshi, Joint Secretary of the Information and Broadcasting Ministry Ashok Kumar Parmar and veteran film producer Bobby Bedi, who moderated the session. Cannes Film Market Head also addressed the opening session in the India Pavilion.
I think we want on both sides to increase the collaboration and the presence of India in Cannes, of course, but the collaboration between India and the industry, and I think there is a lot of wishes of people to do more with India, and I understand it's also something which is symmetric.
I'm very happy with the ministry's efforts and FICCI together to make it a hub of kind of a not only for ideas but also for execution.
Definitely, I must say that its aura is mesmerizing, and Cannes has been a amazing teacher for me. Journey of filmmaking. So I learned everything here.
The pavilion will be open till the 21st of May. Members of the Indian film fraternity like Kangana Ranaut, Sonam Kapoor Ahuja, Huma Qureshi, Diana Penty will also mark their presence at the event. DD India.
Iran Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has said on Tuesday that there would be no war with the United States amid mounting tensions between the countries over Iranian nuclear capabilities, its missile program and its support for proxies in Yemen, Iraq, Syria and Lebanon. Now, he made the comments on state TV and repeated that Tehran would not negotiate with Washington over Iran's 2015 nuclear deal with major powers. Meanwhile, U.S. President Donald Trump denied a New York Times report that U.S. officials were discussing a military plan to send up to 120,000 troops to the Middle East to counter any attack or nuclear weapons acceleration by Iran. Iran was a key point of discussion between U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo and Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov in Sochi, though no consensus had emerged. And now my colleague Ajay Mishra is joining us with everything that is making news in the world of finance.
Thank you, Shreya. Welcome all to Finance World. Let's start with our top story. That is about the trade data. The India's export rose marginally by 0.64% in April to USD 26 billion, while import increased by 4.5% to 41.4 billion compared to the year ago month, according to official data released on Wednesday. The trade deficit, the difference between export and imports, widened to $15.33 billion in April 2019 from $13.72 billion in April 2018. Oil imports grew by 9.26% to USD 11.38 billion and non-oil import expanded by 2.78%. The consumer and industrial activity in both US and China slowed in April, even before the world's two biggest economies entered the latest phase of an escalating trade war that could take a bite out of the global growth. The China's retail sales rose 7.2% in April, the slowest pace in 16 years, and less than March's 8.7% and forecast of 8.6%. The China's April industrial production rose 5.4% and exports dropped by 2.7% in April, countering a 14.2% rise in March and an economic growth rate of 6.4% in the first quarter of 2019. Now onto the markets. After taking a day's breather, the domestic equity market was back to its losing way on Wednesday on selling in bank stocks and fresh concerns over health of the global economy. The Sensex pack, Yes Bank, with the fall of 8.45% was the worst performer. It was followed by Tata Motors, that was down by 8.16%. IndusInd Bank was down 3.75%. Coal India, Vedanta and Sun Pharma, which was down by 2.31%. BSE Sensex ended down 204 points or 0.55% lower at 37,115 with 26 out of 30 constituents in the red. And we are now joined by Dr. Ravi Singh, who is head of research Karvi. Dr. Ravi, what are the main reasons behind this consecutive fall in the Indian stock market? Is it more domestic or so to say the global factors?
Yeah, definitely. There was one of the reason of trade war. And we have seen last 9 days FIIs continuous selling in the Indian stock market. Now, these days, most of the companies has released results, and some are in positive and some are in negative. So definitely there is some domestic reason and some are international reason. But if Nifty has formed an inside bar and at a broader level, the index is trading in a range of 11,100 to 11,300 over the last 3 days. Today, price action is very crucial for the near term. Next major move, definitely you can see in some coming days. But now, the Indian VIX trading above a 28.5 level, that means Nifty volatility is too high. We expect that Nifty volatility increase in the coming days trading session as well as ahead of exit polls and election results line up in our next week.
So you are saying that the stock market will be volatile in the days to come, but what will the impact on the other markets, for example, forex market as well as the crude oil prices, when it comes to the impact of the trade war between the two major economies, US and China?
See, basically due to general election, in India, we have seen enough volatility in Indian currency, but we get a strong government, then we will definitely accept in Indian currency in a positive manner, because also we have a strong FX reserve is $418 billion.
Right.
So maybe you see some volatility, but if it's a strong government, then you can see some recovery in a rupee also.
Thanks, Dr. Ravi, for taking time out from Hyderabad for joining this program. Thanks very much. And it is expected that a stable government will also provide stability to the forex market, crude oil market, as well as the stock market. That's all in the finance world. Thanks for watching.
Thanks a lot, Ajay, for all those updates. And now on to sports. The Executive Committee of the All India Football Federation has appointed Igor Stymack as the head coach of the senior men's team on a 2-year contract. Stymack comes with an experience of over 18 years in coaching, structuring and developing football and players in Croatia and internationally. Now, as a coach, Stymack helmed Croatia's qualification to the 2014 World Cup in Brazil. His last assignment was with the Al Shahania club in Qatar. As a player, he was part of the Croatian team which finished third at the 1998 World Cup in France. And well, we have been getting you top stories from across the world, but let's take a look at the newspapers that have been published from Delhi. First up is Hindustan Times. It is an editorial on the situation in West Bengal, and it says Bengal politics is inherently violent. Violence runs in the veins of Bengal's politics, and it sees an unseemly spike whenever a settled political regime is put under pressure by a resurgent opposition. It goes on to say that when TMC chief Mamata Banerjee made her bid to topple the incumbent left-front government, similar scenes of violence played out in the state, and it has been a constant feature in the state since its origins in the mass struggles of the 1960s and 70s, and this is something that needs to be looked at very closely. Moving on to the Times of India. Well, India has now joined the global war on online terror, and this is an update about India becoming one of the signatories to the Christchurch call for action to remove extremist and violent online content. The global document is spearheaded by French President Emmanuel Macron and New Zealand's Premier Jacinda Ardern, and it was signed in Paris on Wednesday. Now, the document outlines collective voluntary commitments from governments and online service providers intended to address the issue of terrorist and violent extremist content online and to prevent the abuse of internet as occurred in and after the Christchurch attacks. Moving on to the Hindu, well, some are calling it the muzzling of freedom of speech, but some are calling it, well, a responsible action. But this time around, after banning social media sites, China has blocked Wikipedia too in all languages. The Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and other social media sites have long been blocked in China. Now, individual Wikipedia articles about sensitive issues such as the pro-democracy protests in Tiananmen Square and Tibet have long been blocked in China. Remember, this was internet users took to social media to complain that the site was no longer accessible. So now China has also blocked Wikipedia in all languages. And lastly, this is, a major breakthrough in medicine that India has achieved. It has, and it would go a long way in cutting down medical costs of the patients with severe hemophilia A and the von Willebrand disease, which are basically blood disorders. The National Institute of Immunohematology in Mumbai has developed a cost-effective point-of-care rapid diagnostic test for blood disorders, and this would cost a patient less than 50 rupees in comparison to the existing conventional test for the diseases that cost around 4 to 10,000 rupees. And remember, India has also become the world's first country to develop POC test for specific diagnosis of any common bleeding disorder. And this newly developed rapid test kit could be used for the diagnosis of undiagnosed patients as well. Well, that's it in newspaper segment today, but let's take a look at what made news on this day in history.
On this day in 1975, Sikkim became the 22nd state of the Indian Union and the monarchy was abolished. To enable the incorporation of the new state, the Indian Parliament amended the Indian Constitution. This day in the year 1975, Japanese mountaineer Junko Tabe became the first woman to reach the summit of Mount Everest. By 1992, Tabe had become the first woman to summit the highest mountain on each of the 7 continents, the so-called 7 summits. On this day in 1996, Atal Bihari Vajpayee took oath as the Prime Minister. His tenure lasted only 13 days as Prime Minister for lack of numbers. This day in the year 2014, the BJP-led NDA claimed a landslide victory, making huge gains across the country in Lok Sabha polls. The BJP crossed the 272 mark comfortably on its own without allies winning 282 seats.
And after that, let's take a look at the weather forecast in your city. Well, it's a wrap in today's breakfast show, but before we leave, we are leaving you with glimpses of the Eiffel Tower, which celebrated its 130th anniversary yesterday. Take a look at those visuals. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Namaskar.